I have learned a lot from him, and as a supervisor, he always encourages me to do superior research.
As a human being, I found him a very soft-spoken and kind-hearted person.
He always think out of the box. Whenever we got stuck up somewhere in our research, he gives us the solution which are easily doable and practically applicable.
What I feel is very fortunate that he gives a very simple solution even for a very complex problem.
Always been a very quiet child, and as he grew, when he started going to school and all, very studious, never had to be told to do his homework or studies. He would wake up on his own early morning, before going to school, whatever he had to finish, he would do.
Being an influential personality in today's age and time is not a joke. An educator's life is about making a student an all-round success, ready to prove his mark, change the world. A name crops up for great efforts in academic work and heading a reputable institute, IIT Bombay. Apart from being an honorable name in research in chemical engineering. A rare breed indeed. It's Professor Devang KHAKHAR, a man who has made great strides in chemical engineering and educational field with great ease. As a researcher, his work in polymers is to be celebrated, while the educator in him has made a lasting mark on IIT Bombay and its students. His lists of achievements are immense, but not even mentioning the basics is doing him great injustice. The process of excelling with simplicity began as a child for Professor KHAKHAR.
I was born in Mumbai, but my father had a transferable job, so my schooling was in many different cities. As a result of this, I was exposed to many different cultures. I had friends in many different cities, and of course, so my educational experience was also very diverse. In St. Mary's, I was really impressed with my biology teacher, who was Father Alban de Mello, who really encouraged me, and when I did well and came first in the class in the exam, he really encouraged me to take up science as a stream. My father was also an engineer, and so from a very young age I had some exposure to engineering aspects, and he often made many toys for us, toys which were of a mechanical nature. So again, that also oriented me a little towards engineering.
Professor KHAKHAR's choice of institute, IIT, came to him rather quickly, and so did his choice of doing PhD in US along with his research in polymers.
Almost right through my school, if anybody asked me, what is the field that you are going to take up after as a career, I used to always say that I will become an aeronautical engineer. My cousin's husband, who was a chemical engineer, told me that really amongst all the fields of engineering, chemical engineering was the one that was the most promising, and he encouraged me to do chemical engineering for my future. I did my PhD in chemical engineering at the University of Massachusetts in Amherst, and I think I made a very wise choice. I worked with Professor Otino as my research advisor, and my topic was in the area of fluid mechanics. Through the middle of my thesis, I started working in one area in which a lot of new developments were going on. This area related to applying the theory of mathematical chaos to mixing of liquids. This theory explained that you could actually do the mixing at a lower energy if you took into account the mathematical nature of the mixing process.
Still on his path towards outstanding research work in chemical engineering, Professor KHAKHAR made an excellent choice of getting into academic teaching at IIT Bombay. Starting with the Department of Chemical Engineering, Professor KHAKHAR became the Dean of the faculty, only to reach the position of its director in 2009, a post he still holds.
My introduction to administration began when I took over as head of the chemical engineering department at IIT Bombay. Following that, my next major experience was as Dean of Faculty Affairs. So then I moved from the department level to the institute level, and there I got a chance to see how the institute itself works. I interacted closely with the director then, Professor Ashok Mishra. When Professor Mishra completed his term, I was called for an interview, and after that I was appointed as director of IIT Bombay.
Heading a prominent institute like IIT Bombay is not an easy task. But under the calm and composed Professor KHAKHAR, things have worked well indeed. The proof is his second term as its director.
I have spent most of my adult life within the IIT system, and I have benefited tremendously from it. Throughout my stay, I have seen my seniors working to improve the system and making tremendous contributions towards that, even when times were very difficult. This really has been an inspiration for me, and I would also like to spend my time to contribute to the system, and really that was my motivation for taking up this role as director of IIT Bombay.
While his future decisions were in the process of becoming a reality, Professor KHAKHAR got luck on the personal front when he met his future wife, Natasha, at a very young age.
Since both of us had a career, both of us made a lot of adjustments so that the other person could progress. I never wanted her to stop working because she is a very intelligent and talented woman. She is also some person who is very organized. She does a lot in a short period of time, and I think through her influence, of course, I have also benefited a lot. That she is a great example to me in how to organize things, how to do things in a proper way, and so forth. So I think she has been a great influence and a very positive influence in my life.
Actor Michael J. Fox rightly said, "Family is not an important thing. It is everything." Professor KHAKHAR too values his family's contributions to his success. They have helped him achieve his ambitions while taking care of the home front. It is these vital things which have made Professor KHAKHAR move ahead in life with ease. What has also helped him is his clarity in his beliefs.
A successful person, I think, is someone who is doing what he enjoys doing. My favorite place for vacation is, Goa. These days, my interest is mainly in reading non-fiction. I'm fascinated by the wonders of the natural and physical world. My colleagues see me as a mild person who is quite supportive. My family and friends see me as someone who is quite laid back, someone who cracks poor jokes, but someone who enjoys being with them.
India still has long strides to make in education and research. But Professor Devang KHAKHAR, with his exceptional research work and sound style of heading IIT Bombay, makes us believe that the sun will never set on intellectual India.